Pop. You want
Pop?
over there?
Which one?
Like the stick figures?
No, it is not the stick figures, but that's a good guess.
It's where it pops out.
Okay, that's a great guess. So we're talking about 3D, you know, like the books that maybe we read? Or I've had some Christmas cards that pop out. Good guess, but that's not it. The pop and pop art is short for something. Does somebody want to guess what it is? It's a nickname for a word. P-O-P-U-L. Nobody's going to guess what the word is?
I don't know. I'm just going to top art explanation of some letters.
Okay, it's short for popular art. So pop art, popular art. And we're going to be learning about a specific artist named Roy Lichtenstein. I know that name is kind of hard to say, so I spelled it out phonetically. So it's Lichtenstein. Roy Lichtenstein. We're going to watch a video on Roy Lichtenstein and pop art to start off with. And then we're going to get started on our project. I think you guys are really going to like this one. You really big ones after we watch our video. Okay. Lichtenstein. Oh. But you can close the door between my room and
Close the door.
What are you looking at?
She actually took a video of the lesson.
Here is your first look at a Roy Lichtenstein piece. Does it look familiar, like something maybe we've seen before? Okay.
I would raise my hand, but after this.
Well, Caleb, tell me what it looks like that you've seen before.
Kind of like a explosion went off.
Like an explosion went off? Thank you. This is what I'm looking for. Can you say it a little bit louder, Jane?
Like an explosion in a comic.
Like an explosion in a comic book. Clayton, you need to get back here, please.
It won't stay closed.
It's okay. It doesn't have to be closed all the way. Just a little bit. Thank you.
I can tell by the little dots.
All right. So this is a CBS documentary on our artist Roy. What's his last name?
Lichtenstein. I can do it under my notes.
Experience world-class interior comfort and convenience in the new 2014 Buick LaCrosse. Soft-touch premium materials and leather seating create
Does
a
that make you guys want to buy that car?
with both center and sound system, leather-heated steering wheel and intuitive controls, including the customizable 8-inch driver information center to keep you comfortably in command. The new 2014 Buick LaCrosse.
I like how Michaela's sitting nice and quiet. I know she's ready for the video.
Whimsical paintings based on cartoons. Witty sculptures. Prints that remind us of famous paintings with a commercial twist. Images so familiar to us today, it's nearly impossible to believe they were once considered quite shocking. So shocking that in 1964, Life magazine wondered if the artist who created them, Roy Lichtenstein, was quite possibly the worst artist in the U.S. That's not a question anymore.
The 1964 Lichtenstein at $30 million, $31 million.
This is Christie's auction house in November. When the dust settled, one of Lichtenstein's pieces, named Oh, All Right, did more than all right. It sold for
Just wait, it's the anticipation.
nearly $43 million. $43 million, a record. Lichtenstein himself would find that shocking.
He used to say he was amazed that people would actually pay for what he called used canvas. So, my mother calls this her giant chia pet. This is sculpture, brushstroke sculpture.
In fact, Roy Lichtenstein may be more popular today than ever, says his youngest son Mitchell, who walked us through the sculpture garden on the roof of his father's old New York studio.
I think people appreciate the humor, and I think they see more in it as time goes by.
Mitchell, an actor and movie director, admits that he didn't always appreciate his father's work either.
Kids talk about what their father did, and I thought, and it was weird to say artist, that wasn't really a job.
But that also meant he was around more often than a lot of dads.
There was always something really fun to do in the studio. Try a light blue on it.
Mitchell says his father, seen here in his Manhattan studio in 1992, worked every day, stopping for lunch promptly at 1, and never suffered for his art.
He didn't have demons that kept him from working like many artists. He just loved what he did and felt very, grateful to be able to do it.
When Lichtenstein burst onto the New York scene back in the early 1960s, tough guy abstract expressionists like Willem de Kooning and Jackson Pollock, splattering their emotions all over the canvas, were the rage. Lichtenstein replaced their heat with his cool.
Those who had a negative reaction to his art, their main argument was, this is not art.
Isabelle Dervaux is the curator of an exhibit of Lichtenstein's early drawings, which originated at the Morgan Library in New York this fall and opened last Thursday in Vienna, Austria. She says that Lichtenstein, along with artists Robert Rauschenberg and Andy Warhol, turned images from popular culture into art. Its name, pop art.
Throughout the art history, when an artist brings something so radically new, some people don't see it.
Well, taking a look at some of Lichtenstein's earliest work, you can see their point. A couch? A BB gun? Not traditional subjects for art.
There's different levels of humor. There's the humor of just making a Donald Duck or a Mickey Mouse, lifting it into another realm of art.
Take this very simple drawing of a hand tracing the outline of a foot.
Inspired by a diagram from a mail-order catalog for shoes. So it's a very practical kind of drawing.
And nobody thinks of that as art.
Exactly.
Lichtenstein's work became more complex over the years, says his son, as he continued to question how we see the world.
Like, for example, that is the nose. But it's just in parentheses and an apostrophe, right? But we immediately accept it as a nose. But why? I mean, why do we accept those two lines as a nose?
While his art today is worth millions, you don't have to have a lot of money to appreciate it. There are Lichtensteins at the airport in Columbus, Ohio, in Miami, and beneath Times Square in the subway of New York. All you have to do is look up.
Should be right up there. Yes?
This mural right below 42nd Street was a gift from Roy Lichtenstein to the city's Arts for Transit program.
Do you know how many times I've walked by this and have never